Hi, it's Jane here from craftwithjayne.co.uk and I'm bringing you another project in my craft fair series. This is my chocolate bar box card. So if I open this up, you will see that this is a card which you can write on, but then if you turn it over and you open this, you'll see that there's a bar of chocolate in here. I think this is a great gift to give to somebody. For instance, you could put a little, my idea was to put a little pocket in here, maybe for a gift card with just a piece of DSP just in there. And you can literally slot a gift card in, or if you didn't want to do that, you just were going to give the chocolate, you know, it would be great like for a co-worker gift, or if you were doing like a children's party, it's the kind of thing that you could do some of these for Christmas. And I just love this idea. I did it last year and I obviously have done it again for this year because I just think it is super, and I'm really thrilled with how it turned out. And it was really popular last year. I made a load of these up for co-workers and they loved them, so I think I'll be doing something similar again this year for them. And the sweet that I have used for this is, well, some of the it's not really one sweet. So the paper is the amazing paper which has got lots of elements from some of the different sweets in throughout the mini catalogue, the winter catalogue. And I love the designer series paper that goes along with this. I'll just show you, there's not much left. I have got another one on order, but it's called A Walk in the Forest 12 by 12 designer series paper. And I think if you do purchase this paper, a small donation will go to a local charity. So if you're in the UK, it will go to a UK charity. If you're in any of the countries in Europe, any of the other countries in Europe, it will go to the country that you're buying in. So I think that's a great cause as well. And I think they're all different types of charities. I think they might be children's charities this year, but please do have a look in the mini catalogue to just confirm that for each area. So this is the design series paper that I'm using. I will be pairing it with two of the stamp sets and die bundles. So I'm going to be using the Very Cute one with the punch, which is going to punch out the little bear here. And I've used the trees, as you can see here. So the paper had, the one that I picked actually had the trees and the bear on the same sheet. So I used the dies for the trees and the punch for the polar bear, or brown bear, this one. And then obviously you can see I used the warm wishes, which I just thought was lovely on here as well. So this is my piece of cardstock in garden green. And for the last one, I used the Pretty Peacock colour, and both colours are in the designer series paper. The cardstock measures 10.5 inches by 8 inches, and just I found it easier if I used a little shim, so it just moved it a tiny bit off the edge when I was doing this. So I'm going to start off by, on the long side, doing a 1/2 inch score mark, and then I'm going to do a 3.5, leaving my shim in place. Then I'm going to do a 4, then I'm going to do a 7, and a 7.5 to complete. So I can remove the shim for the next bit. So I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to do on the short side 1/2, and then I'm going to do 7 and 7.5. So that's all the scoring that I need to do. So when I'm looking at the paper now, I need to make sure that this part, the larger piece just here, is on the left side before I burnish. So I'm going to do this, and then I know that when I come to make my card will open the correct way. So I'm keeping that on the left, and then I'm just going to burnish along all of my edges like this. I think this is such a lovely little way. I'm going to make up probably about in the region of 10 of these. And before I score any of the other bits, I'm going to just fold this over like this and work out that I'm going to need this to be my front of my box. So I'm going to do that before I burnish any more here. So I'm going to cut down these just like this. And then I'm going to cut this one away. So I'm going to edge in here, cut down here, lovely. And just with this one here, I'm going to miter in because I know that that is going to need to fold into the back piece here. I will cut down these just here because I need to maintain 2 side pieces to be able to put the little flaps down to hold the chocolate bar in place. I'm going to cut the edges off these 2 here because this is going to be the outer box, just the card element. So I'll just cut along here, and then I'm going to cut up here like this and like this, and then I'm going to cut down here, and I'm going to do exactly the same here. So I'm going to cut down here and then down here, and I'm going to just trim away that, and I'm going to take away this little box at the bottom here like so. So I've got some bits that fit over and in just there. Then I'm going to need to remove this two end pieces just here. I'll lay this all nice and flat for you so you can see. So again, this is my card element of the box here. And then I'm going to also remove this. I'm gonna now burnish these bits down and out of the way so that I can have this bit free to remove. And so just like that. And then I'm going to need to cut this bit off as well, just along here like so. Lovely. There we go. And then I'm going to turn these back up, trim this, do the same here, trim this, and then I'm going to miter those two little bits in. And when I do this, it's all my cutting done then, so I'll lay it flat for you to have a template. And there we go. So this is the template that you are working with, just like this, which I think is a lovely little template, nice and easy. Now I am going to put my DSP layers on. So this is the front of the card here, and I have cut my matte layer for my DSP at 6 by 2.5. So on this one, on the original, I've done a DSP layer and a cardstock layer, but on this one I'm just going to do the DSP layer because it stands out nicely on its own, because it's got quite a lot of white in it. So I've cut this to be 6 by 2.5. Just double check. Yep. 6 by 2.5. I'm going to get some of my liquid glue out, and I'm going to, stripe looks nice as well. So if you didn't want to use that pattern, you could use the stripe one here. It would look really effective, particularly for if you're doing it for co-workers, for like an adult type of card. But I might do a mix of these for the craft fair. I'm so excited. I've designed all my projects. I just need to make the bulk masses of them up now. So I'm going to pop this in, leaving a nice big border around it. You definitely don't need to leave this much of a border. So if you do feel that you would like to leave a smaller border, please feel free to just jiggle the measurements to your liking. And there we go. So I think that's sort of an equal border around there. So that's just on there like that. Now I know that I'm going to want one on the back as well. So I'm going to do my back layer, which is exactly the same. I'm just going to pop some glue on it. I do love this paper, and it feels really good to be giving back to a local charity, as in countrywide, which is nice because you do feel like you're, every pack that sells is some of the money is going to a good cause. There we go. So both of those are on there. And then I've purposely not decorated this side of the box, but you could definitely decorate this up if you wanted to. And then this side is where I'm going to have my piece of straight, just plain card. And again, exactly the same measurement, 6 by 2.5 inches. All of my measurements will be on my blog. So please do follow the links below for that. I'm going to pop this one on here, and then just leave that for a second to dry. So for my sentiment, which is going to go in the middle of here, I'm using this lovely stamp here, which is "We wish you a Merry Christmas," and it's sort of Christmas tree shaped as well, which is lovely. So I will just put my pad over here, and I will ink this up. And then I'm going to stand up and just position this somewhere like here. Press it down. Just let it pick up for a few seconds, sorry. And then pull it up. And I quite like that there, so I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on the back of here and I'm going to put my partial tree. Look at that, lovely. Just down here in this corner, just to add a little bit when you open it up. So you've got the sentiment and then this partial little tree. So I'll just stick that down like that. I think that looks really nice. Okay, so next I'm going to put some tear and tape just inside here. And this is going to be to secure the box into place. So I'm going to put it along the edge, like so. And I've got my take you pick tool, and I'm going to literally pick this up. And then I hope all of my gluing has been in the right places then. So I'm going to bend this over like so, and then I'm going to fold this in to meet up, and this should meet up beautifully. And then I'm going to just press that down, and then I'll open my box up and lay it the other way and just press that down. Lovely. Okay, so that looks like my box is complete, just like that. So that's how it's going to present once I've put my once I've put my ribbon on. Now you can glue the ribbon under, or you can glue it on top, and I'm actually choosing to glue it on top today, but I glued it under for the last one. Then I'm going to do the bottom of my box, which I'm simply going to glue the piece at the back in, and I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on here. There we go, like so. And then I'm going to hold this down so it creates a lovely base to my box, like so. So I'm going to use, I've got this tiny little 1/2 inch punch, and we don't sell these anymore, but you can get, you can use any round corner punch and just roughly work out your halfway mark, or the edge of lots of punches would work here, and just press that in, and you've got your little thumb notch then. And I'm actually going to put my bar in now so that I can seal it up, and I have sort of a firm surface to work with. So just going to pop that in like so, and then that is the box element just there. And next I'm going to put my ribbon on. Now for this, they've got lots of ribbons to choose from, but we actually do have a garden green ribbon, which I think I will use for this piece. And like I said, you could definitely have put this on before if you wanted to, but I'm happy to put it on afterwards, not a problem. So I'm going to find a place halfway along, and I'm going to use a little bit of tape to make sure that I secure it into place. I'm using my grid paper just here, and I'm going to use some of this gorgeous tear and tape. So I'll just get a little bit of it. I'm going to basically run it along this element here, trying to keep it as best I can straight with regards to the grid paper. And then take that off, and I'll do exactly the same. So I'm literally going to keep it roughly my halfway mark and press it down just like that. And then I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to do exactly the same. So I will place it approximately central. I've got this one to work off now. Take a little bit of my tear and tape again, put it where I think the halfway mark is, just like so, and it's about here. Then I'm going to peel it up using my grid paper the whole time, and then I'm just simply going to do this and press it down. There we go. And then I'll just trim that off, and we've got something to work with to make our lovely bow. So there we go. So that's that just there. I think I'll do my bit at the side here because I can trim this down then. So I just want a nice bow along here. Loving the colours, really like the garden green. I'm quite a traditional girl when it comes to Christmas. So just doing that. If you're interested in any of these products, by the way, and you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, please do live in any of the countries in Europe that Stampin' Up sells in. You can shop with me, and I would be honoured if you did. I'll put all of the links to the products that I've used in the description below, and I'll put a shop with me link as well, and a join my team link as well if you're interested. Okay, so that is that part of the box completed. Now I'm going to do my decoration on the front. So I have a tree already cut out, which I think I'm going to glue like so. Probably there so it passes the ribbon. And then I've got my cute little bear, which I think I'll pop down here maybe, or should I have my bear up here? What do you think? Maybe a bit more like that. And then if I have them down here, I could have my sentiment at the top, just like this, or I can do it like this and have my sentiment down here, which is how I've done it in the other box. Don't know, I think I might like it a bit lower this time with it up there. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm again going to get a little bit of glue. You can definitely use Stampin' Dimensionals for this, and I think my instinct would always be to use Stampin' Dimensionals, but I just didn't want to make this too bulky because it does need to sort of present at the craft fair, and I just need them to maybe present quite close to each other. So I think I might use something on the sentiment, but these bits I didn't want to pick up at all. So I'm sticking these down. And then this gorgeous little bear, a brown bear that I keep calling a polar bear. I think I'll pop you just along the bottom here, like so, press down, lovely. And then I'll get some Stampin' Dimensionals for my little sentiment just there. So here's my Stampin' Dimensionals. Just get a couple off the back, like so. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Take the backs off them. And then face it to me and put my little sentiment just up here. There we go. And that does look lovely. And then I'm going to finish it off using exactly the same gems. I've used the adhesive back glitter sequins, gorgeous colours in these. And I thought I used the blues in the last one. I'm going to use the greens in this one, if I can get my take your pick tool. So, I'm going to pop them in a few different places. Shall I pop one up here near the sentiment and a smaller one near it? Something like maybe here, and then another smaller one maybe up here. There we go, just to remind you, it opens up and you've got your little message in there, and you've got your card bit that you can write, and then you've got your chocolate bar inside just there. And these are the Cadbury's Dairy Milk chocolate bars, a good staple for Christmas, I think. Who doesn't love a chocolate bar? Not many people. And then I'll pop the back just like this, and I'll tie my little bow. And just to show you for the sentiment, I used the nested essential dies, and I used the smallest one of these, so the rectangle with the curved edges. These are my completed chocolate bar box cards. I do hope you have enjoyed today's project. I love making these. You can make loads up and gift them to friends. They're just such a nice way to gift a bar of chocolate. You can use any paper and any colours that you wish. And obviously, because they've got the card element in there, it's a gift and a card all in one. And if you wanted to gift this to maybe a teenager, which would be a great one, you could literally, on the inside pocket, I've left it blank, but on the inside of the card, you could just use a little bit of DSP, stick it down, and you can pop a gift card in the top. So you could literally just use a little square, would be absolutely fine. And so then you've got a gift card, chocolate bar and a card all in one. And I think that would be perfect for gifting this Christmas. But yeah, if you're interested, as I mentioned earlier, if you're interested in purchasing any of the products you don't already have Stampin' Up demonstrator, you live in any of the countries in Europe, I would be honoured if you chose to shop with me. I will put all of my links below for that. And if you would like to join Stampin' Up and you would like to join my team, please do follow the links below or reach out to me and we can have a chat. Okay, I'm going to say bye for now, guys, and happy crafting.